In this moment, something changed for Disney Lorcana.
Because we know you're our partners in the community of Disney Lorcana, and we want you guys to be excited about what we're doing here.
This is the Game Manufacturer Association Expo, where Lorcana is debuting to retailers for the first time. To understand what's going on here, we need to rewind a bit, about 14 hours. GAMA Expo kicked off on Monday, March 24th. Ravensburger North America is here with a slate of upcoming games, including a new collectible card game, Disney Lorcana, and nobody is quite sure how it's going to go. For these retailers and game store owners, investing in new card games is always a risk. If the game doesn't do well, they can be left with product that nobody wants. Many of them have seen card games come and go. So coming into the conference, a healthy amount of skepticism and caution was expected. For Lorcana fans, we wondered how the game would be received by the industry. And then, this happened. It's Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Game creators are setting up for game night, where they can show off their games to retailers and other industry insiders. Ravensburger is here, and they've set up some games and puzzles out on tables. But as the ballroom started to fill up, a crush of people forced them to move to the edge of the ballroom. Eventually, an amazing and quick-thinking member of the Ravensburger team grabbed one of their puzzles and started writing numbers on the back of puzzle pieces to keep track of the line. And yes, I kept mine. Number 17. This was just the first indication that the industry as a whole saw the potential in this game. Game designers Steve Warner and Ryan Miller spent 3 straight hours leaning over the table introducing people to their creation. Here's one thing to remember. These retailers aren't playing to see if the game is for them. They are playing to see if this game will be popular in their communities, if they should promote it, if they should stand by it, if it will bring people into their stores. I can't tell you that everyone loved it because I didn't talk to everyone. One person I did talk to, though, is my opponent, and he was eager to share his thoughts.
My gosh, excellent. Great intro to a lot of card games just like this, because it's intuitive. It's easy. I want to play some more. The illustrations by themselves make them great for all. It's like, oh my god, I want to play this broom. Maleficent, awesome. Next to me, I saw Jafar. I left our game. Like, what is that? That's Jafar and whoever else. Huge fan.
Okay, so a glowing review. But did everyone else share his optimism, or did they walk away unimpressed? We got our answer the next day. This room is called Naples 3. In this room, at 11 o'clock, Ravensburger is scheduled to give their premiere presentation on Lorcana. We stopped in about 20 minutes early to grab a seat, and the room was already packed. We didn't know it at the time, but people had shown up as early as 8 a.m. to grab a seat for this presentation. And the people just kept coming in. This is a shot of the door a few minutes before start time. It was standing room only. Rather than start the presentation on time, Ryan Miller took the podium to announce that they were moving the presentation to the Capri Ballroom, the largest room available at the conference besides the exhibition hall. So we all got up and began the trek.
Hey, heading to Capri.
Along the way, word must have spread because before long, we had filled the ballroom. It was packed. Somehow, the word got out, and retailers came from everywhere to hear what Ravensburger had to say. Which brings us back to where we started. Somewhere between the start of the conference and the end of this presentation, it became clear. Everyone wanted this game. Who knows what did it? It could have been this moment.
And without community, no game can survive. It's something that's very near and dear to me. It's where I started. I understand the power of community and organized play.
Maybe it was Ryan's excitement for the game to be released.
You know, I like to say that game design and production is a lot like when you buy someone a gift and you can't wait for them to open it. That excitement you feel. When they open it, they start smiling and they start enjoying it. I've been feeling that way and my team has been feeling that way for like 3 years now. So it's really great to finally get out here. Even last night, seeing some of you all come and play and have a good time with it, it's just wonderful to see that, and I have goosebumps right now just talking about it.
Or maybe the revelation that the rules were designed with multiplayer in mind.
This game plays awesomely multiplayer. We've played 6-player games in this game with no alterations to the rules other than you pass the turn to the left instead of to your opponent, right?
After the formal presentation, Ryan spent time answering questions from retailers about products, organized play, tournaments, distribution, wave shipping, MSRP, counterfeit protection, and much, much more. If you have any questions about what was covered, go ahead and ask in the comments and I'll let you know what was said. For my part, I saw a company committed to their new game for the long haul and dedicated to building communities with local game stores at their center. And I think the retailers saw it too.
We know that players and stores need to know that we're serious about this. And we're here for the long haul. We want to send that message, and that's why we're doing things like all new art. Every piece of art in the game is brand new. That's why we're doing Organized Play. We need to send that message to the players, the collectors, and to the stores that we're here to stay.
But this wasn't the end of Lorcana at the conference. From this moment, we moved to the expo floor where retailers got to see products in person for the very first time, including the world's first look at Lorcana's spot foiling treatment. Curling foils was a big concern for retailers, and it seemed Ravensburger was working to address it with this type of foiling. The booth was busy for hours. And on game night day 2, although not as busy as the first, we saw a steady stream of people from start to finish, with Ravensburger all hands on deck to show their commitment to the game. Now, I won't sit here and tell you that there are no lingering doubts about this game's success from anybody at the conference. But what I can say is no one seemed to doubt Ravensburger's commitment to making the best product possible and their desire to introduce a new generation of card players to their TCG. It's safe to say, at the end of the convention, the hope far outweighed the skepticism.
That is our thank you for what you do for us and our community.
And for the Ravensburger team, this moment was magical.
So using the analogy that Ryan likes so much, that it's a Christmas gift and we have to wait for people to open it, the fact, like, this is like the day before Christmas where, you know, you give them one gift or you give them the stocking and they get a little taste of what's to come. That's what this felt like, right? Like, they got a little bit, they got to see some decks, they got to play some decks. Everyone was super excited. They're all ready to open up the full presents, and I really can't wait till they get to see everything, build their own decks, and come at us with everything they got to play us.
That's awesome.